Did you know that Libya, a North African country, was ruled by one man, Muammar Gaddafi, for a staggering 42 years? Welcome to Cryptic Mystic Vault, where we uncover hidden facts and history. In 1969, a young military officer named Muammar Gaddafi seized power in a bloodless coup, toppling the monarchy of King Idris. This marked the beginning of his 4-decade-long reign, where he introduced his unique political ideology, the Third Universal Theory, a mix of socialism and Islam, outlined in his Green Book. Gaddafi's rule was characterized by his iron-fisted governance, efforts towards Pan-African unity, and his infamous eccentricities. He was a figure both admired and feared. His policies significantly impacted Libyan society, with advancements in education and healthcare, but also repression and human rights abuses. Under his leadership, Libya became a key player in global politics, often due to its vast oil reserves and Gaddafi's unpredictable foreign policy stances. Gaddafi's rule, however, was not to last forever. Tides turned in 2011, marking the beginning of a new chapter in Libya's history. Fast forward to 2011, the year the Arab Spring swept across the Middle East and North Africa, reaching Libya's doorstep and shaking Gaddafi's long-standing rule. A wave of protests and rebellions against authoritarian governments spread like wildfire, and Libya, under the iron grip of Muammar Gaddafi for over 4 decades, was not an exception. The Libyan people, inspired by the revolutionary spirit of their neighbors, rose up against Gaddafi's autocratic regime, igniting what would come to be known as the Libyan Civil War. In a desperate bid to quell the uprising, Gaddafi's forces responded with a brutal crackdown, leading to widespread violence and bloodshed. But the tide was turning against him. As the conflict escalated, the international community could not remain on the sidelines. NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, intervened, enforcing a no-fly zone and conducting airstrikes against Gaddafi's forces. This intervention played a crucial role in the conflict, tipping the scales in favor of the rebels. The war, however, was far from over. Amid the chaos, Gaddafi went into hiding, but his reign was rapidly crumbling. In October of that year, the unimaginable happened. Gaddafi was captured by rebels near his hometown of Sirte. The man who once declared he would die a martyr on Libyan soil indeed met a violent end, but not as a martyr revered by his people. Instead, he was brutally assassinated, his demise marking the end of an era. Gaddafi's death, however, was not the end of Libya's troubles. Instead, it marked the beginning of a new chapter of uncertainty. The fall of Gaddafi's regime left a gaping power vacuum in Libya. With no clear successor and a fractured society, the country was ripe for chaos. Gaddafi's death left a power vacuum in Libya, opening a Pandora's box of chaos and conflict. With Gaddafi gone, Libya entered a new era, one characterized by political disarray and an intense struggle for power. The vacuum left by the fallen leader was quickly filled by various factions and militias, each vying for control. A power struggle ensued, fueled by tribal rivalries, political ideologies, and the lure of Libya's vast oil resources. The political landscape became a complex patchwork, with the Government of National Accord, the General National Congress, and various Islamist groups, among others, all jostling for dominance. Yet, despite numerous attempts at political transition, national unity remained elusive, and stability a distant dream. But the power struggle was not confined to Libya's borders. The international community, too, became embroiled in the conflict. The United Nations, regional players, and even foreign mercenaries have all had their roles in the ongoing civil war. Their competing interests have only added to the complexity of the situation, often exacerbating the violence and chaos. And amidst this turmoil, the Libyan people have borne the brunt of the conflict. Civilians have been displaced, forced to flee their homes in search of safety. The migrant crisis has intensified, with many embarking on perilous journeys across the Mediterranean in the hope of a better life. Human rights violations have become all too commonplace, a grim testament to the dire situation in the country. But it's not all bleak. Efforts towards peace, though fraught with challenges, are ongoing. The international community continues to push for dialogue and reconciliation, despite the formidable obstacles. The road to stability is long and fraught with difficulties, but the pursuit of peace endures. As we step into 2024, Libya still grapples with instability and conflict. a stark reminder of its turbulent past and the challenges that lie ahead. Yet the story of Libya is not yet written in stone. The nation stands at a crossroads, its future hanging in the balance. And as the world watches on, the Libyan people continue their struggle for a peaceful, prosperous future.